I'm Ash with Winging It with Ash. Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here today. In the last couple videos that I've done, they've been focused on travel, me wanting to travel, me ready to travel, me trying to travel, and there seems to be so many of you that are in similar boats, and so I thought for this video it would be awesome to do kind of a quick fire of some of the best experiences that I've had in traveling to over 70 countries around the world. Chose to do 25 of those countries and share with you my favorite things that I experienced in them so that you can start planning your future travels. Hello, I'm Ash. Welcome to my channel. My life has taken some unexpected turns in 2020, leaving me picking up the pieces and pressing restart. I don't know what every day will hold, but I do know I'm just gonna wing it. Thank you so much to the patrons of my channel. You help make Winging It with Ash possible. Like I said, in this video, I will be doing a quick fire of some of my favorite experiences. Now, these experiences are not in any particular order, although my first one that I've chosen is definitely, if you asked me out of 70 countries what my favorite experience would be, I would say this: going on a river cruise in the Amazon. I went on the Rio Negro with a company called Tucano Tours, and it was so well organized. The tour guides were so informative. We were able to see so many animals. It was absolutely amazing. Highly recommend. I would say definitely go on an Amazon river cruise if you have the opportunity. My second country is Germany, and the experiences that I've had in Germany, it's so hard to choose one that's my favorite, but going to see the castles in Germany stands out, as well as doing a river cruise, which river cruises seem to be one of my favorite things. A river cruise, I think, on the Rhine was absolutely amazing, stopping at different cities along the way, and Riesling is one of my favorite wines, and it comes from Germany in that area, and so I really just love, I've been there twice. I absolutely love those experiences in Germany. My third country and experience that I really enjoyed was Greece. Greece, there are so many things that I can also say about Greece. I feel like every country there are so many things, but because this is a quick fire, I'll choose something quickly. Santorini. I thought maybe Santorini would be completely overrun by tourists, and there is a lot of tourism, but it is beautiful, and my experience there was so much fun. I think the best way to get away from the tourism is to rent a moped or to rent a quad and go around the island, checking out little restaurants, places that are off the beaten track. That is how you can get away and have like your own experience in Santorini that will make it feel more local and really more enjoyable. The fourth country is India. What can you say about India? India is its own thing, like no other country in the whole entire world. My experiences in India, there are some that are really great, but also some really lows in India. One of the experiences that I had was working in a Mother Teresa home. There are multiple homes that Mother Teresa has started, and the nuns continue to run. One of the things that I did was work in an orphanage with 2 to 3 year olds, and things that I did was washing sheets and playing with them and bathing them, and just a lot of just taking care of these small children who have been abandoned. That experience reminded me of how much I love culture and people and love taking care of people. It changed my perspective on a lot of things. It was one of the most difficult things I have done while traveling, but the experience I would never change. Number 5. This experience I did not expect to get. Going to Russia was something that I thought was really difficult to do to get a visa to get into Russia, but it turns out that we found a loophole. From Helsinki, we were able to get on a boat and go to St. Petersburg, Russia, and you get like a leeway, 74 hours 72 hours? Yeah, 72 hours in St. Petersburg, as long as you arrive by boat. And so we went on this Russian cruise ship to Russia for a day, and it was quite the experience. I really loved that I got to go to Russia, even if it was a short period of time. I would have loved to see more of Russia, but just that short period of time that I went there, it was, yeah, not what I expected, and it was so cool to be able to go on a cruise ship to Russia and then like hop on it again and sleep overnight on a cruise ship. Just never thought that was a thing, and it was a really cool experience. Number 6 is Italy. I have been to many places in Italy. I absolutely love Italian food. It's so delicious, who doesn't? But one of the fun things that goes along with food is I was in Sardinia, which is an island off of Italy. Didn't even know what it was before I went there, to be honest. But what we did there with our friend is forage for food that we wanted to use in our meals. And that stands out so much to me. We went searching for asparagus, and it turns out that the asparagus likes to grow underneath the olive trees. So we picked a bunch of asparagus, we went in the woods, we found a bunch of different mushrooms that she knew was good, and then we cooked a full meal out of all the food that we foraged out of the forest and underneath the olive trees. It was so fresh and fun and delicious. Something that stands out in my mind, Italian food is that fresh, fun, delicious. So why not in Sardinia, Italy, have that experience? Number 7, Iceland. Iceland is absolutely amazing. I've been there twice, once in the winter, once in the summer, having the 2 different experiences of very little light and a ton of light. One of the things that stands out to me are all of the hot springs in Iceland. I loved going to natural hot springs and being able to just swim around, lounge in them, enjoy being in absolutely gorgeous nature, and just being cozy in a hot pool. I mean, where else can you do that? Not very many places, and so that experience stands out, as well as if you're going to go to Iceland, do it in a camper van. I've done it 2 different ways, but the camper van in Iceland made the whole trip. You can go wherever you want. You can enjoy your time by going off the beaten track. It was such a fun adventure, and I would do it in a heartbeat again. And now, let me take a moment to thank the sponsor of this video. I don't have many sponsorships because I want to make sure that the sponsorships I do have, I absolutely love. Today's sponsor is called Go Traveler. Go Traveler is a streaming service that offers over 200 plus hours of travel TV and episodes. With travel hosts that have been featured on the Discovery Channel and PBS, the extensive collection includes a look into the history, culture, and food from around the world. Shows include American national parks, travel through history, the Silk Road, festivals of the world, Cuba Today, Ruby Max's World, and Anthony Bourdain's A Cook's Tour, among so many others. Go Traveler attracts audiences who want to be inspired by the world. I want to be inspired by the world, and I want to inspire others to see the world. And so I love this streaming service. While we are all cooped up in our houses, it is hard to get out and travel. But if we can do it from our own homes and learn about the cultures that we would love to go and see, or may never have the experience to see, like, why not take that opportunity? One of my favorite and one of the shows that I find the most fascinating on the Go Traveler app is called Rituals of the World, where you learn about the different cultural rituals that people have in their own cultures that differ from my own. I love learning about this because it's like watching television. You can watch trash TV, but to be able to watch content that is feeding your brain, teaching you new things about culture and people, and for me, my passion, I would rather spend my time doing that than watching trash television. If you're tired of being at home and you just need a taste of culture and travel, then it's super easy to download the free app at Go Traveler. I will put the link down below, and you can watch all the travel content your little heart desires. It is awesome to partner with a company that I believe in, and I know that right now, like, most of us are watching a lot of television, so why not learn about other cultures and people from around the world while we can from our homes and add to our bucket list from all the fun travel content we can watch. New Zealand holds a special place in my heart, and my number 8 spot where I would suggest going to see the glowworms. There are so many things also in New Zealand that I would suggest doing. The beaches are incredible, the mountains are amazing, but the glowworms are something that I've never seen anywhere else in the world, and I would highly, highly recommend doing a small little hike or a little cave tour where you can see the glowworms. It's like looking up into the Milky Way, but you're in a cave. It's magical, and yeah, you won't ever forget it. My experience in my number 9 country is Peru, and I went there with G Adventures. I did a 3-day hike on the Incan Trail, but it was an offset, like it wasn't the actual Incan Trail. It was a portion of the Inca Trail, and it was absolutely amazing. 3 days of being out in Peru nature, hiking through villages and places where there were no other tourists. We were the only ones among the locals being out with their llamas, feeding them in rivers, and then hiking up so high into the mountains that there was not a soul near us. It was absolutely incredible. I don't know. When I think back on that experience, I just think, did I really do that? It was probably the hardest physical thing I've ever done in my life, but looking back on it, I don't remember that portion. I remember all the incredible things along the way, like cooking dinner in a small little hut while camping with our Sherpas. And also like the small village I was talking about where we just came across a bunch of women and children out with their llamas by a river and just chatting with them, stopping, talking to them, asking them why they're not in school at the moment. Like those personal experiences made that trip amazing. Number 10 is in Spain. I would highly recommend a small town called Granada in the south of Spain. It holds a lot of tradition, which is amazing. An incredible museum called Alhambra, but the best thing about it is the flamenco dancing in the caves. This experience was so fun to go into a cave and watch and listen and hear the music and the energy. It was so much fun, and an experience I will never forget. Let's move to the UK at my number 11 spot. I'm going to say Ireland with my experience of working for a sheep farmer. I lived on a sheep farm for I think 3 to 4 weeks, and I learned so much in such a short period of time. It was an incredible experience. Working on a farm was not something that I expected to do ever in my travels, but I'm so thankful I did. It was amazing. My farmer was amazing. Like, I look back on those memories and I think of how much I grew in that time, and I fell in love with the people of Ireland and my host and that whole experience of farming sheep. Like, who knew that I would have that experience, but it was amazing. Also really, really hard. I'm gonna just put that out there.